What's up, everybody? This is KJ, and I am here to give you my UGL Week 2 matchup against Bobo the Barbarian and the Big Apple Flapples. Bobo's team is very scary, as you can see on the screen. The biggest threats, in my opinion, are the Excadrill and the Conkeldurr. So, Excadrill and Sand is incredibly fast and incredibly hard to outspeed. The Conkeldurr hits super hard, especially if it is the Guts variant. So, kind of needed to pull out all the stops to make sure that we don't get completely overrun by that this week. So the first mon, that being said, is Primarina. So bringing Primarina with max out special attack so that way we can Oko the Conkeldurr even if it's max HP, and then bringing enough speed to outspeed Conkeldurr, max speed Conkeldurr. So I trying to cover all the bases. Like, Conkeldurr is incredibly scary. And if for some reason he does end up getting a hit off, if he's like AV or something like that, we have the Kebia Berry because the chances are he's going to be going for something like Poison Jab, and that will stop us from dying from Poison Jab, and we'll be able to live there. So the next mon is Urshifu, and as I've said in the past, like after using this thing once, like it's super broken. This thing is incredibly busted, and it hits so hard. His team is very physical, so he just kind of dumped some into defense, and then the speed is to outspeed Excadrill outside of Sand. So the plan is if we can stall out Sand turns, then we can really sort of just abuse Excadrill after that, assuming it's not like Scarf or something like that. The next mon we got here is Skarmory, so bringing a body press set, Iron Defense, and then Roost with Iron Head. So the Iron Head specifically is for Alcremie, because Alcremie is something that I do kind of expect to come to this matchup. And then Body Press kind of runs through a good amount of his team. And Iron Defense just like is so good against this team considering most of his mons are physical. The only thing that this really is afraid of is a potential Talonflame. Like, this is really, really afraid of Talonflame. Like, Talonflame kind of does work. But with Primarina and the potential, like, Rotom Fan and Porygon, like, I don't know if he necessarily brings Talonflame. We'll have to see. But, yeah, I think Skarmory puts in work. And the nice thing about this is we get an Iron Defense up, and then he hits us. It drops our defense by a stage, but it raises our weak armor will raise our speed by 2 stages. So then not only are we faster than most things, we're also at +1 defense, and we've already got a base 140 defense stat, so it's going to be doing big damage. But again, we'll have to see. The next mon, we got Druddigon, so Rocky Helmet, Rough Skin, and this is mostly for Conk. Like, this is kind of my dedicated Conk switch in. Like, Conk is just so powerful. So the fact that we can potentially get the Rocky Helmet Rough Skin damage on it, on top of the fact that if he's the Guts variant, then he'll be racking up burn damage. Like, even Drain Punch, like, he won't really be able to Drain Punch that off. So yeah, that's really solid. And we have Glare just to potentially glare some things on the team. I don't necessarily think, like, Glare is mostly for something like Excadrill, because Drill comes in, and if we can glare it, then it's doing pretty well. And then everything else on the set is more for coverage. So Iron Head for the Alcremie, we have Earthquake for things like the Drill and the Gigalith, and then Rock Slide for things like Talonflame and Scyther. Next, we have Porygon 2, so this is going to be kind of like my dedicated Alcremie switch in, because even with the 2 Iron Head mons, like, Alcremie still can live some of those, so especially if he's something like Berry or something like that. Like, I'm really worried about a Combine Stored Power set. That set could really ruin a lot of teams. And the fact that he does get Fairy coverage, and I have my Dark type that is 4 times weak to Fairy, it's scary. We are bringing Toxic to try to Toxic that thing. Psychic and Thunderbolt kind of cover a lot of the team. So that's the plan there. And we can also kind of bluff Ice Beam if he does decide to bring the Appleton, so that's good. And then Recover just to make sure that Porygon can stay on the field. And then the last mon, we got the Rotom Fan. And so the Rotom Fan, rocking heavy duty boots, thought about a Nasty Plot set and decided that potential rocks or anything on the field would be really scary. So wanted to go heavy duty boots with defog, air slash and volt switch just to pivot around, and then Will-O-Wisp in case he does decide he wants to bring in, say, the Gigalith or the Excadrill on the Rotom Fan. So all in all, I think the team's pretty solid. I think that Skarmory might be the win con, especially considering his team is built around Sand, and Sand is just really, really consistent in draft. So it kind of, when you have Sand, you don't have to bring it every week, but it's kind of like bringing it every week makes sense because it's just really good. So, all right, well, I will catch you guys in the next video. Please, if you like the content, leave a like, subscribe, leave comments. I will respond, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll be back with the actual game video probably sometime tomorrow. All right, peace.